Hey, good morning. It's so good to see you in your hair. It looks so beautiful. I really like the cut on you. Yeah, it's looking really healthy. So I know we're doing an annual scalp check and it's looking better than it was looking. But I know that in the past you've been struggling with like the itchiness, and I have this new treatment that we're going to use today that I think is going to help a lot. Oh yeah, it's super cheap if you want to keep doing it at home too. I'm just going to start by kind of checking your hair health, okay? First we'll kind of look at your scalp. Let me grab my clips. Yeah, if you want to do the scratching, that is included. I can do a little bit of scalp scratching, and along with the spray treatment we're going to use today. I think that's going to help. Has it been better lately? Okay. I'm just going to tug a little bit on some strands, okay? I think that this cut did a world of good for your hair health. Yes, it seems really strong. And it's shiny, and I think this length looks really, really cute on you. You know, I have my little spot back here. Is that itchy? Okay. I've thought about going short before, but I don't know if I'd know myself without long hair. I know it's silly. I'm gonna tug just a little bit here. Okay. So your normal itchy spots are like right here, and then kind of in the back right over here, right? Okay. Take a look. Well, the last time you were in here, I was noticing a lot of like breakage right along the spots where you were probably itching a lot. And right now I'm seeing some new hair growth, which is wonderful. And when I'm pulling, you know, it's strong and healthy. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of scratching. Yeah, do you want me to get like just your itchy spots? We want to do all over. Okay. We'll start there. Yeah, I do. I'm still noticing, like, yeah, it's flaking off a bit there, but I'm telling you, we've had some really good results. But we'll go ahead and scratch the itchy spots a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to pull them out with the tweezers like I normally do, and then we're going to spray treat it, okay? Oh, I remember that from last time. How's that going? It's so hard to get used to, like, living in a new place. You know, you don't realize how many, like, frequent haunts you have. I remember when I moved the first time, I moved really close to where I had lived before, so I didn't really experience that until my second move. Yeah, well, I had my Winco that I always went to, and then I was living, you know, 120 miles away from it, so I couldn't, there was no way to easily go back there. You know, you kind of learn to love what, or you don't, and you just hate it and you're miserable. I got used to Walmart. It was, you know, what I could afford at the time. When I moved away to, I was out kind of in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that's like finding skilled, yeah, right, like a new hairdresser and stuff. Well, I figured that you had to come pretty far for this. You know, I do know a couple people in your area if you don't want to keep coming to me, okay? I know some really good hairdressers, but that's like a 30-minute drive to get your hair done. Yeah. I mean, it's doable, but yeah, you don't want to keep making all that. That's such a long drive. I'm really flattered, though. I'm really flattered. But I know, there's this one, Patricia. She used to work here, and she actually moved out east. I highly recommend her. She's just as good as me, if not better. Yes. Oh, I can get her to give you the same discount. She'd be happy to. Well, she's just like 5 minutes from your new place, so we can still hang out in a non-work capacity. One more spot I'd like to get, and then we'll pull the yeah, and I'll have to use the tweezers to get the big chunks. I don't want to just leave them in your hair like that. Yeah, right back here, like where your head meets your pillow and your headrest in your car, or this is where I always see the most damage on you. But it is looking so much better. Well, that was like the whole reason you moved there, right? It's the school district. I know. It's you know, it's important. Your kid spends so much time in this place. Like, getting into a good one is, it's worth moving for. Oh, I'm sorry. It can be an adjustment. You know, my kid was so used to moving around that it wasn't a shock. Yeah, he was just accustomed to it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my tweezers now, okay? And pull out all the big clumps. Sorry, that's gross. This is the part I like the most. Oh, you know that I don't know about any of that. You can ask me about the game stores, but I couldn't tell you about anything else. Game stores and candy stores. Those are the things I know about. Yeah. Even in my middle age, I still get excited when I see a candy store. Well, owning is a big deal. Dude, I owned a home, but only because, right, I was married at the time. Like, I feel like for a millennial, owning a home is making it. Yeah. Oh god, no, it's not all fun and games. Oh, did I tell you when I moved into the house that I owned up north that we had a leak in the ceiling, which was, so when I was a kid, we had a pipe that was leaking, well, more than leaking, above our living room. And I remember how panicked my mom was when the sheetrock started to bulge and we popped it and water just came streaming out of it. And I was young then, and the way that my mom reacted to it stuck with me. And so I had lots of nightmares about houses flooding, about water being in your house in places it's not supposed to be. So when I owned my first and only home I ever owned, when we got a leak, I was petrified. I was absolutely petrified. But, you know, I put on my big girl boots and I actually went up into the attic, the unfinished attic, walked across all the beams to where the leak was and found that the air pipe, the air vent, yeah, the one that like releases air from the pipes up, and your thing had a small leak because they had not sealed it properly when they put it together. And I fixed it myself. Yeah. No, we never repaired the sheetrock though. That was too much for me. So, you know. You rise to the occasion. But there's so many things that, like, when you're renting, you don't think about, like, needing to take care of yourself. Right. Well, even, like, because your trash and stuff is covered, well, not always the other stuff, but almost always your trash. I didn't realize that you had to, you know, call the trash company and pay them to come to your house. Yeah. It's certainly a learning experience. And not always a fun one. Well, if you've got a leak, you can call me. I'll come over and check out your attic. I found it, honestly. Okay, this is gonna sound really crazy, but I found it kind of cozy, the attic. Sitting on the beams, it was quiet because of all the insulation in the floor. And it was the only place in the house that only I would go into. You know, you had to get through a little hole in the ceiling and you had to climb up a long ladder. And it was just kind of peaceful. I mean, a little scary because one wrong move and you're gonna stick your leg through the sheetrock, but I got quite a few of them in the spots that I scratched. I need to go in just a little bit more. This one in particular, again, I know we've talked about this before and I don't mean to harp on you, but yeah, so I feel like maybe you're not rinsing right here enough because this kind of looks a little like conditioner residue or maybe shampoo, and it's gonna irritate your skin, okay? There we go. Okay, there's one more spot back here. Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that it gets on your scalp, so it's not for your hair, it's for your scalp. And it's somewhat medicinal, but it's more right. No, it's not a controlled substance. And you can buy it from us or you can get it online for cheaper if you want. Okay. Alright, let me get your hair combed out just a little bit. It's so much easier to work with now that you got it trimmed. Well, not even trimmed, you cut a lot. I'm serious. I'm serious, it looks really good. You have a face for this kind of shape hair, I think. Looks really nice. I mean, it'll take a while, but like at some point I'm gonna need to make the switch to a short haircut. My hair texture has changed so much as I've gotten older. I know. Ugh, I know. I try not to stress about the future, especially about things I have no control over. Well, I mean, you could use media, like if you're trying to find other people in the area to do things with. Like what, like hiking? Yeah, that was what I found. I liked it, but then I realized I don't love meeting new people. I thought I wanted to, and then I was like, I do that in video games, that's how I meet people. Then I already know we have something in common, you know? Okay. I'm going to make sure we get down into your scalp. Yeah. There we go. So I'm going to start this up. Okay. It'll be a little cold. Yeah, it feels a little bit. Well, I hope it's okay if I breathe it in, because I'm definitely breathing in a lot of it. Thanks for mentioning that. Maybe I should have put on a mask. No, I'm pretty sure it's fine. You're not the first person I've done it on. And I've not had any issues thus far. Okay. Now I need to rub that in, okay? So I'm just going to give you a gentle massage. I think so. I kind of like the smell of rosemary. Makes you smell like a pizza. You don't put rosemary on a pizza, do you? Maybe a little bit. Hey, nothing wrong with smelling like a pizza. It'd be very appealing to many people. Oh, right. Well, I have to add the second part. Once I do, you're gonna feel like, yeah. So it's cool at first, and then it's gonna kind of heat up. But I'm just making sure that this is getting absorbed into your scalp before I add the second extract. gonna make your hair feel really soft this time. But if you are prone to oiliness, it might feel a little oilier than usual. But once you wash it, it's gonna be fine. It's like a twice a week thing. No, I'm not sure. Maybe it smells like oregano, then you really can smell like a pizza. I think it's vanilla or something. This is looking really good, by the way. I know you were getting nervous about the hair loss right here, and I'm seeing a lot of like newer growth there. Seriously, your hair looks beautiful. There you go. Yeah. It's vanilla. I don't think they thought of that. I think you're looking too much into it. Is it starting to kind of heat up a little bit? Okay. Right. Well, they're gonna react together on your head. It's supposed to kind of help slough that layer of the scalp. Alright, and then I have to massage that in too. Well, it shouldn't burn. Is it burning? Yeah, just like a little bit warm. I don't know why I'm brushing this out when I'm about to mess it up again. You just have such pretty hair, I can't help it. I'm just making sure that they're combining, so hopefully you'll feel little warm spots where I'm yeah, I'll text Patricia. See, I'll miss you coming out to see me, but I don't want you to have to drive that far. Yeah, she's got, it's the same place. No, well, not the same place, but it's, yeah. Yeah, it's owned by the same person. So she's got all the same products, and we switch clients frequently between the two branches. well, I would suggest that you probably wash your hair tonight or tomorrow, and that'll help pull out all of the skin that's getting sloughed off in the top. Well, I've been getting more into the spa stuff here too, so I've been getting used to head massages. I'm gonna comb your hair out so that it looks all nice. It's not a big deal if you don't, but like I said, you're gonna have a bunch of like dandruff essentially, like because that skin layer is gonna be sloughing off. So if you don't wash your hair, it's not gonna like do any damage to you, but I just think it's a good idea. You have a just a spot right here that's a tiny bit uneven. Yeah, I can get it really quick. It's just like a tiny patch. Well, you were going for like a feathered look on the end, right? Yeah, no, so it's just like one tress that's out of place. Yeah, one sec. Yeah, just like, it just looks a little funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim. I mean, how long ago did you get the cut? Oh, yeah. So it's just some of the strands have grown a little longer than the others, so you're due for a trim. No, don't worry about it. Just doing it. Because I noticed it, and we went a little bit fast. Yeah, I'll text her probably at lunch. Okay, I have another client like right after you. Okay, that looks good. Just a tiny bit of a trim. Okay, well, I will be bummed that I won't be seeing you anymore here, but I think that it's better that you go see Patricia and then we'll just hang out, like, you know, for funsies. Alright, I'll text you later.